never thought I'd get Venus Williams tennis stuff.
Yeah, give me the gold, give me the Bitcoin, I'll take it all. Oh, definitely Off-White.
Hello, I'm Alayo Kinkobe and I write the column Black Gazers on Another Magazine.
And I'm Maleek Berry. And we're playing a game with a narrative.
Okay. What's the most overused emoji in your texts?
Wow.
Mine is very strange. It's like the face with the like spiral eyes and the like mouth.
Okay. I know that one. I think my one is the melting emoji.
The melting one, yeah. I'm gonna try it from the middle. Maybe that's stupid. There we go. What's a hobby or interest people wouldn't expect from you?
Going to the gym at 6 a.m. in the morning every day.
Every single day?
Yeah. Well,
That's
5 days a week.
That's like not even a hobby. That's your lifestyle.
Yeah.
I think mine is cooking. Not particularly well, but cooking.
Right.
I think that is.
Would you like to cook?
Anything that is spicy
Can you cook
or like
Nigerian
flavorful.
Can you cook Nigerian food?
I'm actually really bad. My parents would actually cringe.
Gosh.
I can make okra really well.
Wow.
But
that's my favorite.
Everything else, like, I'm not so good at.
Okay.
Like jollof
Okra's
rice,
good.
my jollof
Okra's good.
exist.
Jollof is good. Those are key ones. I was trying to think of another one. I wouldn't say it's a hobby, but it's a guilty pleasure. I like to watch Nollywood movies.
Nollywood. Oh my gosh. Yeah. On to the next. Actually, it's your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Yeah.
No.
Not happening.
No.
Not happening.
Am I allowed to straighten it up? Yeah? Okay, cool. Who said no there? Okay, cool. What's an early career mistake that you can laugh about now?
I think the first time I did like an Instagram live video or something, those videos that were really popular in the pandemic.
Okay.
You know how like when there's no viewers, you think that no one's gonna see it, and then at the end, when you play it back, everyone sees you at the beginning, like looking and like checking. I think that could be considered that.
So you was doing lives.
It was embarrassing.
During...
doing like live interviews and stuff during
That's
COVID.
dope. I wouldn't say it was a mistake. No, I wouldn't say it was a mistake. No, it wasn't a mistake. I was gonna say I had a rap group in church, but that was that was no. When I was a kid,
it's church and rap group together.
That's how I know, right?
What was it called?
We were called Arthur C. Yeah, embarrassing. It means ready for Christ. We weren't ready at all.
Did you make any videos?
No, we didn't make any videos, but we would go around like performing at different churches and stuff, and like youth programs back in the day. But when I knew that I needed to take a chill pill, was like I was throwing my jacket at the crowd and the girls from stage.
Oh my god.
But that was like the first. Like I said, I wouldn't see it as a mistake, but that was like my first sort of like entrance into music and production. I was the one making all the beats for the group. But yeah, I just knew that I wasn't gonna be a gospel.
This is the one I couldn't get before.
See what I mean about
it's
the
not
ones
happening.
in the middle?
It's just not happening. I'm getting scared about this side though. Okay. If you had to create a collaboration manual, what non-negotiables would you include?
A collaboration manual?
Yeah, so I'm guessing this is a manual for anyone who you collaborate with.
Yes.
I think I would probably say that if a meeting runs over lunchtime, food has to be provided.
Okay.
Because I can't stand it when you're like hours and hours and hours and hours and you're hungry, you're trying to make decisions.
I need my food.
Yeah, the food has to be present.
Okay, if we're having a studio session, I wouldn't mind if there's some, small chops.
Yes, exactly.
Snacks.
And this is a Nigerian thing.
Jollof rice.
This is very much
chicken.
a Nigerian thing. Yes, food always has to be present.
Studio shoot, video shoot. I that's what I provide for when I do collaborations.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool. Next one. Like a pro. In what ways do you incorporate cultural elements into your creative projects?
I think
Good question.
cultural elements kind of come into everything. So a lot of my interviews will be with artists or creatives who are based on the continent. As an interviewer, I am a creative to an extent, but a lot of the people who I'm interviewing are the ones who are like
creative.
Yeah. But one thing that I notice across a lot of Black artists and designers and people who are based in the diaspora is that they refer to home a lot and to their home culture, whether that be the Caribbean or in West Africa.
Yes.
And yeah, so it kind of comes into everything for me. But,
Yes, I think it's the same for me. My signature sound is to mix Afro with R&B. So if I'm making a slow jam, there's gonna be some sort of element in there, whether lyrically or melodically, to infuse a bit of culture in there.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of the secret sauce, how we get out
Secret
to, we get the music
secret
out
sauce is actually just
to,
culture.
you know. But it's also an interesting way to like reach a wider audience, you know, because
You're blending these
yeah,
different...
you're blending cultures, you're blending sounds and stuff. Yeah.
And also, I guess, your whole life is kind of like a blend of cultures.
Definitely.
Being Nigerian, being
Yeah.
British.
Yeah. You know, being Nigerian, growing up in the UK and just having like that unique background and upbringing and that kind of that's always given me the edge, and that's sort of been my edge in the industry as well, creatively. Whether it's the pidgin English, how far now? You know?
Code switching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's how it's done.
Engineer.
What's the most memorable pitch you ever received?
The most memorable pitch.
For me, and it was an interview with Venus Williams, because I thought
Whoa.
I do artists and designers and
Right.
I focus on art and culture. I never thought I'd get the chance to,
Wow.
and obviously took that immediately.
Amazing.
I was like, this is
How
not
was
even a
it?
question. She was amazing. She's an art collector and she supports a lot of African American artists.
Right.
And I just never thought even though my interest, my niche is like art and culture, I never thought I'd get Venus Williams, tennis star, hero,
She's
legend.
She's a big deal.
You know?
She's a big deal.
So, yeah, that's the most memorable for me. What about you?
This was when I got pitched by Wande Cole to executive produce one of his albums.
Yeah.
This was his Wanted album. I think he released it in 2015. I produced like a bunch of songs on there. That was like one of the hardest.
2015.
Yeah,
Wow.
one of the hardest tasks like I've ever had to do.
Yeah.
As a producer, and just have like that executive producer title
Yeah.
of an artist that I look
So
up
that
to
was that
and
the first
respect.
time that you had the executive
Producer,
title?
yeah. And just, you know, wanted to prove to myself that I could actually put together a body of work for another artist.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was just a producer then. But that experience just opened up, you know, my eyes and my mind just to the idea of service. Like, taking myself out of myself, that this is not about me. Sitting down with Wande, you know, we're having sessions like weeks on end, we're eating Chinese, sleeping late, talking about life. I feel like I have a better understanding of just people in general and getting a lot out of them and putting that into the music.
Yeah. And I guess creating something kind of for someone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can sit down with you now and have a conversation for like an hour and I'll have a bit of backstory to your life and I can break that up into multiple songs.
Wow, that's incredible.
What's one buzzword or phrase you hear way too often in your industry and wish you could ban forever? Well, let's make it a thing to stop saying, I just made a hit when we haven't heard the hit yet. Hey guys, I'm in the studio, I just made a hit. No, you didn't. I'm not throwing shade at anyone, by the way. But...
Have you ever done that?
No, I have done it. I don't do it anymore. At least I can say it now.
In exhibitions and stuff, there are always these wall texts and they're always impenetrable, and so obviously like written by AI. And so you have words like Anthropocene, which nobody knows what that means, but it's in so many exhibition descriptions. Get rid of the AI generated texts about artists' work. It sucks. Is that silly?
I can't help, right?
Okay. What's a recent collaboration you've seen that inspired you? Explain why. That's tough. Lots of collaborations these days.
Let's talk art direction, actually.
Okay.
I think Wizkid just released his new album, Mariah. Big up to my brother Wiz, and I love the art direction. Love the art direction. I think it's by a guy called Gabriel Moses.
Yep. Yes, the photographer and I guess art director. Yeah.
Man, I'm into aesthetics, and it's just amazing to see Wiz do that, because that level of intricacy is sort of like left for like the Altair scene in Nigeria, and artists like me that have studied Kanye over the years and Virgil, but like seeing Wiz do something, that's the levels. That's the levels.
Last week, I went to an event which was J.W. Anderson and Guinness. So that's like, did that inspire me? Not necessarily. Did I enjoy the Irish collaboration thing? I thought it was quite fun and interesting. Just like, I guess on one level it's quite fun. Like suddenly Guinness is very popular. Everyone's drinking it. Everyone's splitting the G or whatever. Even though I'm not Irish, I have no connection to the culture. I liked that kind of like idea that you could take a brand like Guinness, which you don't associate with fashion, and have it be on like Jonathan Anderson knitted jumpers. Yeah, I just like stuff like that. Kind of whimsical, kind of funny.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good.
If you could have an unlimited supply of something besides money, what would it be?
That is a shame. Do you have one in your head? Because I really...
Can it be related to money?
Yeah, it's just not money.
Chooses gold.
Yeah, give me the gold, give me the Bitcoin, I'll take it all.
Unlimited. How sad, right?
No, I'm telling you. Give me the gold. Gold bars.
It's kind of embarrassing, but like handbags, because every single birthday and Christmas I ask for a bag.
Oh my gosh.
Handbags are an investment.
So what are you going to say? Unlimited amount of Birkins?
Not Birkins, just handbags.
You don't even
I like
say
different
they've
ones.
given you opportunity to
Different
have
ones.
You didn't say Birkin.
Arrange. Whichever one I want. How sad.
No, my real answer, it's not gold bars. Unlimited ideas.
Oh, that's so good. That's
Unlimited,
so good.
because it's the ideas that...
And when you hit like a mental block, it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
So to not have to hit any of those blocks would be amazing.
Freedom.
Yeah, freedom. What's the most unusual inspiration source you've used for a project?
I feel like these questions are getting a lot more like...
They're hard.
Deeper.
Only unusual because they're like family videos or stuff. I have a few ideas for like documentaries or even fiction writing that I want to do. And seeing like old Nigeria, like sort of like either in the 90s or just after the end of colonialism. That period is very inspiring to me because it's like there was a lot of hope. It was very interesting, and so like reading like my grandparents' letters, stuff like that, really, really inspiring. Because it just like talks about it in a completely different, and it paints a completely different image of Nigeria to the way it is now. It was obviously completely different.
Whole different place.
So that's not necessarily unusual. I guess a lot of people go into their family archives and stuff, but
I do the same.
Yeah.
I do the same. So a lot of nostalgia. Okay, I'm gonna take it back to music. I make Afro beats, I make R&B, I make different types of music, but I listen to everything. So on one day I could be listening to like Quincy Jones' greatest hits, God Rest His Soul, or the next day I could be listening to Jay-Z, right?
It's eclectic.
Yeah, so I like to mix as many genres as possible. You might catch me listening to Taylor Swift before a session.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah,
I think she's an
okay.
amazing songwriter.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? There's this amazing singer from back in the day called Imogen Heap. I used to get a lot of my melodies from her. So a lot of strange alternative music.
Or
where
things
you,
that people maybe wouldn't necessarily make the connection.
Right.
And you're taking from
And I take
everywhere
pieces,
that you think is good.
Yeah.
Which I think is important as an artist.
Gotcha. Oh, what's something you've gatekeeped but feel like sharing now? Why would I want to share what I'm gatekeeping?
I was recently sent this brand called Emma Lewisham, and the moisturizer is like the nicest smelling moisturizer I've ever had that I put on my face, and like the richest, most amazing, like deeply. What's the word? I feel like I don't have the words to describe beauty products.
I'm taking notes from my
but
own
it's really
skincare.
good. It's just so good. And then also this Korean skincare brand, which I think lots of people actually know about. It's called Banila. The balm, skin balm. It's very, very good. Okay. It's been life-changing for me.
Back in the day, there was this really cool fashion blog, and I used to get all my looks on there.
Really?
It's called the Sartorialist.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of the Sartorialist? Yeah? Yeah? Okay,
It's their fashion.
Yeah, I'll go there, still drip, still fashion, still looks. There was this blog that Kanye used to have back in the day as well, called Kanye University. So that's where I would like discover like new brands.
Yeah.
Like models.
Was he posting about fashion?
Yeah, fashion, lifestyle. This was like Hypebeast before Hypebeast.
Yeah. When are we talking?
Or High
When was that?
Snobiety. This is ages ago. I mean, I don't want to show my age. This is ages ago. So the fashion
back.
people know, they know what it is. Yeah.
What is a brand that's on your collaboration bucket list? Maybe this means I won't get it, but Nowness, if you're watching, please can we do a documentary?
Brand that's on my collaboration list. Wow. Definitely Off-White.
That's good. Yeah.
These are the guys that they inspired us to this set right now to want to be great, to want to be take it like just push the limit with creativity.
Yep.
I don't even know if Virgil even have we met. We've met once, but obviously I wasn't
So
anybody.
lucky.
I wasn't anyone then. This was like 2015. I think I was just a producer.
Did you get to speak
He
to
didn't
him?
know who I was, and I think my manager Junior walked up to him and was like, "Yo, we're big fans of you. We've been studying you for a while. Like, you know what I mean?" And he was just so gracious. Like, it's like, "Yo, what's up, man? Like,
This is what all I ever
it's
hear.
like, yeah, like I'm DJing tonight. You guys should come and watch the show." And this was like, it's so funny because that was my first gig as an artist, and that was my first as an artist in like my new coming out as an artist, and that was my second time in the States. So my first time being out there as an artist, and it was a boiler room show.
And he was there.
Yeah. It was in Pennsylvania, like somewhere in the outskirts of Pennsylvania. So that was the first time like I had like a peep into the fashion world, the underculture, like the real hypebeast culture.
Yeah.
Like that was the first time I was seeing people wearing oversized pants. Like, and I was still trying to figure it out, right? But yeah, I say all of that to say that that's someone that left a major mark
100%.
on, you know, not just how we put out our videos, how we dress, how we represent ourselves.
Thinking about yourself as like a 360 artist as well.
And
I think the thing I admired most about him was the fact that he did so many different things and to such a high standard.
High standard, yeah. Definitely. You know, and it's just...
And he was a door opener as well.
Yeah.
Like,
open up a lot of doors. A lot of doors. A lot of young guys on the continent as well. Like, open up a lot of doors for them. So yeah, big up.
Pleasure.
For the rest.
Excellent.
If you could reshape one aspect of your industry's culture, what would it be?
The art world needs to be a lot less elite. And
You said the what?
the art world
Okay.
needs to be a lot less elite. Like, I don't know the exact statistics, but yeah, most of the people who work in at least the British art world went to like private school, and I think it's really uncomfortable that like it's so exclusive.
Right.
And I've basically spent my whole career trying to, at least not just from the racial perspective, but even from a class perspective, trying to open it up and make it more accessible. That's what needs to change. It's a big thing that needs to change. In the art world.
Amazing. More unity amongst artists.
Do you think people feel like quite in competition with each other or not?
Yeah, I think it's just a general thing for an artist. Like, competition is just what we do. We just compete.
Yeah.
But I feel like competition is good. It keeps things exciting. But, you know, we can definitely have a lot more unity. A lot less, you know, people going at each other's necks. I feel like that will, you know, make our industry even bigger. Yep.
I'm feeling this one, yeah. Stunning. Who's the most talented creative you've ever worked with and why?
Whoa. I mean, if I say it's not going to matter because the song never really came out, but I had a session with Kanye West in Uganda in 2018. Like, he rapped on freestyle on one of my beats. The first time I've ever actually heard someone freestyle off the top, like, and word for word, he was making sense. Incredible.
And no one's ever gonna get to hear this.
Yeah. I've got the freestyle on my laptop. The album he was working on that time, he was doing like a production camp, but it never really came out. Yeah, so this is what I mean when I say I'm a quiet guy. Imagine I've never tweeted about it.
Yeah, you've never said anything. Wow, that's incredible.
That's
maybe you can release it one day.
Yeah, maybe I'll leak it.
Yeah. I mean, I had a really great discussion with Campbell Addy, the photographer, about his journal, Knee Journal. And it was just very inspiring for me to hear how he had been like learning as a photographer and then wanted like this other creative outlet and created this journal. And he was responding to, the most recent issue was responding to the bill in Ghana, the anti-LGBT bill that they're trying to pass this year.
Yes.
And it was just such a powerful body of work and a very strong statement. And I think it can, he said something at the end like of the interview that was kind of like, he wants people to look back at this Knee Journal and think like, wow, Ghana tried to do that. And I was thinking like, this is definitely gonna be a very important document in the future. So I'll just say that I was very inspired by that discussion with him and the way he works and uses his art to challenge these bigger issues. Like
my turn, right?
You, yeah.
Okay. Is there an upcoming artist you're excited about?
Okay, that's something.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a Nigerian photographer called Cameron Igbodu who has earned quite a bit of recognition as a photographer and was like Days 100 and has done fashion photography.
Amazing.
But he recently switched into painting and the work that he's creating is unbelievable. Like, unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Wow.
And I think a lot of photographers, even he would probably say himself that he was a bit skeptical of like trying to make this complete leap from something where you use a machine to something completely analog, painting. He didn't go to art school, but his work is amazing. So I'm excited to see what he will do next.
I don't want to call the wrong person upcoming when they're already established. There's this kid that his music is really big on TikTok. I think his name is called Serotonin. I can't describe his voice, but very unique. Very unique. I feel like he's really gonna do well.
There's no way, if you couldn't get that last one, there's no way I'm gonna be able to remove one of these.
I wasn't trying to set you up.
You didn't want to lose.
Oh man.
Time
That
for
was
break.
it. Thanks for playing over.